Hello everyone, Transport Enthusiast here, and in this video I am going to do a full review and walkthrough to Scenario 2 in Metro Simulator 2020, which is the human factor. So while we do this run, I'm also going to give you my opinion of this game, what viewers have thought of this game, and as well as what the game features. So first of all, I'm just going to show you how to start up the train. So what you need to do is you need to click the battery, but we can't do that yet. So this is our cab here. This is a typical train you'll find in Moscow or in Eastern Europe. So if you click enter, we're in our cab, then you just go here, flick the battery on, and go back here, put the reverser to forward, oops, too many times there. Then we are going to set our lines. So as you can see here, we're going from Ramenki to what looks to be, so as you can see here, our terminus is Ramenki. No, which one are we doing? It's not clear. Okay, so give way to the train ahead after get to Ramenki station and follow the route. So which route are we doing? I think we're doing Ramenki to Savelovskaya. So in this case, what we're going to do is we need to click F1, and then we need to click this one here, and then this. No, that's wrong. No, that's not what we do. Bear with me here. So we go escape, and then you're going to click accept, and then set route to beginning. There we go. So this is the right direction. Look, it's a bit confusing, but sure, that's what it is. So once that's ready, what we do is we click I to play the recording.
The next station is Lomonosovsky Prospect.
Is that correct? I'm not sure. Anyhow, well, that's correct or not, we shall not know fully, but it is what it is. Now, what we need to do is, for this task is, let me just turn the volume down, is basically we are driving the metro station train, and there's going to be some kind of error which is going to cause some kind of emergency delays. Nonetheless, this human factor, you kind of have to make sure you keep with the speed limit, all that kind of thing, but look, we won't focus on that too much. I'm just going to get to the review at this point, so... And I think we're going too fast. Yeah, we're gonna go slightly over, not the perfect stop. Nonetheless, could be worse. So as you can see here, we are now arriving at what is I think this is Ramenki. You have to play the recording.
This is Lomonosovsky Prospect.
So now what we do is we just flip the doors open. I'm sure most of you know this. And then we open the doors, if I can find how they are. No. Yeah, we want to open the left doors, so why have we selected the right doors? There we go. And if we get out of our seat and open this up, hopefully what we will find is that the doors are open, but they are not, which is a bit weird. So let's go back into our seat, and oh, there we go. I think now they're open. Yeah, sorry about this. I'm a bit rusty with this game, but as you can see, the doors are open now. There we have some passengers getting on. And there is our train. So, at the moment we're running a bit early, so that's why I'm just going to walk around the platform for a bit. So, now probably what's going to happen is we're just going to get into the review, because now we just have to drive this train along, and most of you probably know how it's done. This is what people look in game. One of the things you notice is that there's different kinds of people, so it's not like UMC 2 where all the characters are the same. Each character looks different, appears different, as you can see there. So that's the first thing we notice, is that there's a large variety of people in the game, which is always a good sign. As you can see here, we kind of we have gone a bit quicker than we should have, so we will do this properly going forward. We can quickly take a look at the signage. So all the signage there is accurate. So here we have 1 to 4. Michurunskaya Prospect, Minchurunskaya Prospect, so that doesn't look like the right station. Vinitskaya Ulica, Khram Andrea Lyova, and then Ulica Ramenki. There's our underground map, so we're the Sol and Svenskaya line, which I think is this red line here, I think. Okay, anyhow, one of the main features about this is that each metro station is recreated precisely how it looks in real life. So at the moment, these trees and signage will be exactly how Ramenki station looks IRL or in real life. So there's a time we better get out of here. Actually shoot, we're meant to leave at 14 past. Switch, enter, and then let's get out of here. Need to close the doors. And then we can see the doors shut there in our camera. And off we go. I think I haven't put the things right, because that was Ramenki. I think Lomonosovsky Prospect is the next station, so... One thing to bear in mind with this game is you need to keep a close eye on the speed limits at all times, because they vary they vary quite rapidly. And you get penalised and you can go to the next scenario. And the other thing is that it stops the train, it's just hassle trying to get it back moving then. So the game wise, for those of you who don't know, it features two metro trains. This model here that we're on, I don't know what the name of it is. And then there's the newer variant, I think it's called the Moskva something. But basically those are the two trains featured. And it features the Sol and Svas, I think it's the Sol and Sveskaya line. So basically one metro line in Moscow. And there's also a fully functioning depot. And as you see, you can enter and exit the train as you wish. One thing to bear in mind is that you can't walk on the tracks. I think you fall through the world, as far as I remember. Maybe I'm incorrect about that. But nonetheless. So let's just speed. Okay, so now as you can see, we need to slow down, because the yellow basically means that soon it's going to become red. So if you haven't slowed down in time, you will be penalised. So you want to slow down. So then what station is this? This is Lomonosovsky Prospect, there you go. So we were meant to be here at 16 past, we're actually running late because of my miscalculations. Perfect, yeah, this is probably not how they stop in real life, but perfect, there we go. So now we can just turn this off. And then when you click this, which is F, very handy, tells you the keybinds, it will open up. And then you can actually change this camera, so there's the right camera, there's the left camera, and that's fine. And then let's close that off. Okay, so let's get out of here. And the other thing is you can actually look at different cameras, so we can write as if we are a passenger. One thing to bear in mind is if this goes speeding, we'll be penalised, so it's not advised to do this for too long. So I think now we can click I. There you go, yeah, so that's basically what the game features, as you know. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's any add-ons, so there doesn't seem to be any other metro lines. So I thought that this game would have add-ons when I bought it, but it turns out it doesn't. So as of yet, this game is still work in progress, it's still early access, as is the case with a lot of games made by Kishmish games, and in fact many indie developers these days. But as of yet, there doesn't seem to be any other cities or mods available. But they are making a tunneling tools, which allows you to make tunnels. So I would say it's safe to assume that modding tools might be available in the future. However, the other thing that's a bit of a drawback with this game is that, as far as I know, and from what I've played and what I gathered, all of the stations are underground. So I know maybe in the world of Subways 3, some of you may have remembered in London, some parts are overground, which adds in scenery and just kind of changes things up. How are we overspeed? Shoot. Yeah, so there we go, got penalised for that. I need to click Z, because if you don't click Z, what happens is it's going to slow you down, so yeah. That's why you need to pay attention at all times to the speedometer, because we messed that up. So we need to keep this at, what's this say? At the big egg, whatever that means. So, what was I saying? Yeah, so that's the thing. So everything's underground, which is I think it's repetitive after a while, because, you know, all you're seeing is a tunnel. Like all the tunnels basically look like this the whole time, so it gets a bit boring without that overground scenery. So that's one of the drawbacks. But on the positive side, the train sounds are fairly accurate. So having travelled on these metro trains in real life, this is really how they sound in real life. So you know, it's rare you get accurate sounds, but they sound accurate enough. But one of the viewers on one of the older Metro Sim 2020 videos was saying that the sounds are a bit off in the sense of timing. That when you're slowing down, the sounds don't correlate perfectly with the slowing down. But I haven't noticed that myself. But I'll take their word for it because at the end of the day, I won't be know as much about metro trains as others would. But yeah, so that might be one potential drawback for some. In terms of functionality, most things are clickable, but not everything is, so it's kind of half and half. But this game at the moment is €25, so it's gone up in price. It used to be €20, and I actually got this for €10 during the Steam sales. But it's €20 at the moment. So what that means, €25. So it is gone up in price, and I think the reason for that is the developers are currently still working on this. So they're implementing new AI traffic, and of course, being an indie studio, money is limited. However, when you consider games like Tram Sim, which are an extortionate €36, I think €25 is fairly reasonable. But I think €20 was really the more reasonable price, because the problem with this game is it kind of gets it gets old very quickly. There's you know, it kind of loses its freshness very quickly. It doesn't, you know, after you play, let's say one or two rounds, you kind of get bored because it's kind of the same thing. It's just back and forth. The scene is kind of the same. Yeah, the stations look different, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. I guess it's not the personal preference, but as you can see, we're really late at the moment as well. But you know, that's one thing people might want to consider. Delayed arrival, and we got done for that as well.
Станция Минская. This is Minskaya. Уважаемые пассажиры, о подозрительных предметах сообщайте машинисту.
On the flip side, the graphics are quite good, so it does use, I think it's the Unreal Engine 4, so the graphics are fairly good. Like, obviously they're not the best, but as far as indie games go, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Yeah. Now, I don't really know what the future development of the game holds, because apparently there are some things planned, but currently that's only being, that information is only being circulated among the Patreon supporters, which is something I didn't know, but the developers have a Patreon account, and they have Patreon supporters and some special perks in addition, which I find not a bit odd, let's say, because the reason for that is because usually games that are paid, where you don't really expect them to be like have Patreon things on top. It's the first game I've noticed such a procedure in place. But maybe there's other games I just don't know about them. But that is another thing that is part of Metro Sim 2020. But so there's something planned. Maybe someone who's a Patreon member, or maybe when they release that information, we can talk about it. How we overspeed? See, this is the thing. I don't know why it's doing me for overspeed here, because we weren't overspeed. So this is the other thing. It's a bit buggy, and I think this is something people are talking about, because it's in the green there. So I have no idea why it's saying we're overspeed. It's ridiculous, really, if you ask me. Yeah, so that's, I think we have to hold the vigilance, that's why. Or maybe it's because I didn't read the dispatch. That might be it, because I was too busy talking. Yeah, so I don't think we're going to pass this scenario this time, but sure, look. The other thing about this game is the tutorials are they're a bit confusing, because say you go the wrong way, you set something up wrong, it's not going to tell you that it's wrong. So what happens is you will end up going the wrong way, let's say on the wrong track, which actually happened to me. I was going on the left track rather than the right track, and the whole time I was wondering why no one's getting on, and it turned out the reason was because it hadn't reason was it hadn't notified me I was going the wrong way. I guess, yeah, common sense would say you should know which side you're on, but you know, if you're a beginner and you know, looking at tutorials, it might be a bit confusing. So, no, I think what we need to do is we need to go to Park Pobedi and then we need to turn around. So as you can see, we have the blue signal, which means we can go, so... This is the thing, this scenario is a bit confusing, it's a bit all over the place, I'm not really sure what's the story there. Yeah, so the key is make sure you're holding U when you're doing this because you have the vigilance on. Once you have the vigilance on, you're okay. Now... Yeah, so this is really it. So this is kind of really the only... I don't know. As Metro Sims go, obviously you have World of Subways, but that series is discontinued. And then you have the... There you go. So you have this here. Hold the vigilance button. So this dispatch. Continue driving to the first track of Arbatsko Bokcraft Sky line. Let the passengers exit and prepare to drive back to Ramenko. You have the permission to drive under a red light hint. And they have. So in order to drive past the red line, so you have to have the U button at all times. You're driving on the part of the line. Yeah, so basically when we got done for speeding, when we weren't speeding, that must have been some glitch in the game's part, but look. So we have to go continue driving to Ramenki, so we're not stopping anywhere. So this is Park Pobedi, we need to go all the way to Ramenki. So what that means is, since there's an emergency scenario, we just keep driving. I don't know why this chap's got his head slouched over. Huh? And then stood up very quickly. Must have known he's got their eyes onto them. Now, do I dare let go of you? Yeah, okay, I can let go of you. That's fine. This is the thing, we need to keep an eye on the signals because we might get done for speeding again. Yeah, so currently I think this is really like the only Metro Sim for PC, but I think the teller will be if there's mods or not, because without mods, I don't know, I don't think there's enough for this game to get, because as I say, the rule for games is you need to get, in order for it to be good value, you have to play the amount of hours the game costs, so you'll be looking at 25 hours of gameplay, to be honest, and I don't see most people playing this game for 25 hours. It's not a bad game, it's just, I think it's the genre itself, you know. I don't know. But nonetheless, it's not a bad simulator, you know. It's fairly accurate, you know, it's realistic enough, you know, it does it for speeding, you've got the speedometers, you also get information about each station, so you know, it's a good, it's like, you know, it's not a bad game, it's, you know, and especially if you get it for a discount like €10, I'd certainly recommend it. But one thing to bear in mind is that, you know, do be prepared for it to kind of get a bit repetitive after a while. But yeah, we'll see what the future holds for this game, because obviously there'll be more in the future. It's a shame this doesn't have the speed now, because it's going to be a long, long journey. Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons why, like, even people who make videos of this, like YouTubers who make videos of this, they only make one or two, because it's just like driving on the ground on a train. It's kind of doing the same thing after a while, you know. I think it really needs an overground section just to add that scenery and just make it a bit more refreshing. But you can do your own free roam scenarios. It's got a depot, and the thing is, it allows you free roam, because I know with World of Subways, it didn't allow you to do free roams. You can do like depots and that kind of thing. Oh, let's not go too fast. Okay, so now we have this blue light. This blue light usually means you can go, but I'm just gonna press U just in case because I don't trust this too much. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I know someone said this is the worst Metro Sim, which I think was a bit harsh, to be honest, because like, I think it's a good Metro Sim. Like, you know, I think it does the job. Don't like, you know, if you're looking for a Metro Simulator, it is a Metro Simulator. You know, the graphics are good. It kind of has the expected elements. You'll have to get out of the train. You can walk around. It's got the sounds. Oh! Jesus, that was close. You know, it's got the stations. In fairness, a lot of attention to detail has been put to the stations, and it even gives you little prompts like at the top we have at the moment, and it tells you information about the station. So you know, it's a good game. So if you know you want to try the Metro Simulator, certainly something I'd recommend you take a look at. But yeah, that's really it. So yeah, you know, in fairness, like they do make good games. Like they're working on Bus World as well, and it's reasonably priced because that's the thing. A lot of indie developers like View App, they just charge ridiculous amounts for their games. Whereas this is like, you know, even 25 euro might be a bit much in terms of the entertainment value you'll get for this game, but at the same time, you know, still reasonable enough, because I think this is usually the case with Kishmish games. The way it works is, you know, if you get it early, it's always cheaper. So yeah, this is the early access one. The earlier you get it, the cheaper it is. Is this from Enki? What station is this? I don't know. Yeah, this scenario is not very exciting, alright. It's just literally just staring at the screen and monitoring the speed. But you know, sure, you have those scenarios as well. On the minus 758, so only if there's any point in doing the scenario still forward. But look, go to Remenki. Can't remember if that's where it ends or not, but if it does, thankfully, or hopefully, then we'll leave it at that. Okay. So what's the top speed of these trains? 100 kilometers an hour. No. You can use this to see how many. Oh Jesus. Savelovskaya. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go backwards, wasn't I? Oh, where's the first track of our... Okay, I don't know what the... Continue driving to the first track of Arbatska Pokrovskaya line. Oh, I think we passed that. I think... Okay, I don't think I've messed this up, look. This is exactly what I mean with this game. It doesn't... there's no kind of prompts to tell you which way you're going. You know, there's just this prompt, but you know... Nowhere did it say where this track is, like, nowhere did it say this is the name of the track, so it's a bit confusing. Like, it's not the most user-friendly experience, unfortunately. But sure, look, there we go. Better slow this down. Yeah, I think we've surpassed it, so it's just gonna stop this train at the next station and just leave it at that. But yeah, because I've covered basically all the main points, and to be honest, I'm already getting bored of trying this. That's not to discredit the game, it's just the genre it is. I'm not a huge fan of like train simulators, just for this reason. I kind of get bored after a while, but I like trams. That's the exception. Yeah, even with train sims, not train sim. Yeah, okay, we're definitely ditching this now. So I don't know why it does this for speeding there. But, you know, that's what it is. Even with Train Simulator 2020. Actually, I've barely played that, to be honest. But, you know, it was given to me for free, so... You know, I didn't buy it, that kind of thing. But yeah, no, even then, like, I don't even know if I've got an hour on it. But so that's Metro Sim 2020 for you, so we're just hoping to find the next station. And after that, that's really it. If you've got any questions about the game, that kind of thing, do comment down below. You know, for more content, whether it be Metro Simulator 2020, whether it be Odyssey 2, that kind of thing, any transport simulators, do hit that subscribe button. And you know, if you enjoyed this video, do leave it a like, and of course, do subscribe for more content. Well, see, this is the other thing, at least the tunnels are different, so you know, I think this is accurate in the sense that the recreation, so you know, modelling of the tunnel, the tracks, all that is, how how it appears in real life. So it's not like it's just one tunnel, one way tunnel. That's it. Okay, I think this is the first track, because here we have this divergence. But at this point we're on minus 1758, so we're so low on points that it'd be pointless to do this. We're in Khorshevskaya. Yeah, I don't know, maybe it's not the first track. Khorshevskaya. And this is Arbatsko Pokrovskaya. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's the right thing. Yeah, that kind of looks like it's blocked off from a distance, but it's not. But look. We'll stop this here. And then we can open the doors by doing that and enter. Let's get out of a cab. There's a screenshot. There's our thumbnail. And that's really it, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope you found this review helpful. I know I said it's going to be a walkthrough as well, but as you can see I completely butchered this. I have no idea how to do this, and unless anyone really wants to see this scenario, I don't think I'm going to do it, because I've no idea how it works and it's just too much effort to try to figure it out. It's just, I don't know. No. So yeah, unless any of you want me to do it, do let me know in the comments down below if you do want me to do it. But if no one comments down below, no one requests for it, I'll gladly give it a pass. So that's really it. Hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.